Alright, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri, here on my channel, Idle Wisdom. We are picking up here with the Believers again. We've been making progress and did a lot of tech trades with our ally, the Morganites. And I think we're doing pretty well. But we do have a lot of mind worms around, which is not cool. Got some... Oh, they're destroying that right there. Dang, blast it. Well, we'll take care of it when we can. Alright, let's have you come down. Oh, darn it. Build a solar collector. You build a road on that mine.
Complete.
Ah! Good job! Wow, I thought they were going to die. Very good. Excellent.
When beholding the tranquil beauty and brilliancy of the ocean's skin, one forgets the tiger heart that pants beneath it, and would not willingly remember that this velvet paw but conceals a remorseless fang. Herman Melville, Moby Dick, Datalinks.
Now the pressure demo. So it's, as it poetically says from, Moby Dick. I've never read that novel. Some of my friends have described it. It sounds interesting, at least in its ideas. But anyways, that, the sea is beautiful, but it can also do great damage, And so the pressure dome is there not only to get resources, but to also protect you from in case your town gets submerged by the ocean. But one thing I always, every time I hear that excerpt, it's like this velvet paw contains a fang within, a deadly fang within. I mean, no. That's the maw. Your mouth contains, the cat's mouth contains a fang. The velvet paw of the cat contains a claw, not a fang. That doesn't make much sense, right? Whatever, it doesn't matter. But that always kind of made me wonder. Okay, let's see. What should we make here? All new bases. Well, let's actually just start something. We'll do the merchant exchange to start with. All right. Yes. Thank you very much.
Project initiated.
Initiated.
Production complete.
Okay. The scout rover. Let's move him over here. Okay. Are you clear? Yes, you are. Thank you. Ah, darn it. All right. They finished building the synth metal hoverboat, which is already outdated, outmoded, whatever you want to say. Why don't we have them do what? Build recycling tanks. That'll be good. That'll do nothing but good things for us. Okay, let's build a solar collector.
Enemy project initiated.
Oh, they're trying to build the Human Genome Project. The university, that is. Not surprising. That sounds like something they would do. 50 credits, that's good.
Indigenous life
Oh, darn it. Kill it. Ah, dang, blast it. That really stinks. Actually, let's go a little bit further away. The arcane technology of the monolith enhanced our unit to commando status. Yes, those monoliths can heal or promote your units. It's pretty cool.
Pod recovered.
We have discovered a material pod. Okay, the formers at Bethany. Alright, are completed. Nice. We're doing pretty well. Our Morganite allies are kind of small fries, though. Interesting. Last time I was just playing this, I was doing really badly. I was really slow and weak, which was sad. Okay, let's see. Go right there. Ah, good. Good job, good
Production
job.
complete.
Clear this out. Build a road right there. You build a farm. Okay, let's see. What should we have you do? Why don't we have you come down here? Bethany, you can do what? How about build a command center? No, let's build recycling tanks first. And let's have you go this way, and you're going to start building a road.
Indigenous life form.
Mind worms, oh boy. Oh, jeez. This dude. Let's see what he's up to. Oh, that's right, we have a treaty with him. He is seething. Oh, that's great. Huh, what a jerk. What would you like to say? It is ever a pleasure to match wits with you. Alright, he's potent. We're formidable. I don't know which is stronger. I must caution you that my engineers have completed an advanced impact rover prototype. The first units are entering service now. Yeah, you're in... Yeah, he wants money. Here, we'll pay him. Here he is. Go away. That wasn't very much.
Complete.
I don't want him attacking me
Pod
yet.
recovered.
Unity rover. Alright, cool. Okay, I can't risk this yet, so let's go. Oh, jeez Louise. Haha! Dead. Oh, it's nearing a major breakthrough, darn it. That's fine, whatever. It's not really fine, but, you know, I can't really do anything about that right now. We are going to do what? Let's build a sensor right there. He built a sensor right then and there.
Terraform complete. Pod recovered.
Ah, see, farming pod. Kelp. What's over here? Is someone over here? There's a bunch of earth trees. Haha! Haha! Very good. No! Oh, jeez. Okay, so the Hive got... Fellowship City of the Hive got the command nexus. Information, the first principle of warfare, must form the foundation of all your efforts. Know, of course, thine enemy, but in knowing him, do not forget above all to know thyself. The commander who embraces this totality of battle shall win, even with inferior force. From the Spartan battle menu. Yeah, it's like, was it Sun Tzu? You know the commander who knows his self will win 50 out of 100 battles. The one who knows his enemy as well will win 100 out of 100.
Enemy project initiated.
Okay, he's starting the merchant exchange now. The peacekeepers have changed it over to the merchant exchange as well.
Initiated.
And he's also doing the human genome project.
Initiated.
Morganites are doing
Production
the human genome.
complete.
We built a pressure dome. Let us build a network node. Or should we... Let's build a network node. We still have a alien
New orders needed.
dealie here. Okay, we have to change
Observe
this.
the razor beak
darn
as
it.
it tends so carefully to the fungal blooms. Just the right bit from the yellow, then a swatch from the pink. Follow the glow mites as they gather and organize the fallen spores. What higher order guides their work? Mark my words, someone or something is managing the ecology of this planet. Lady Deirdra Sky, Planet Dreams.
Alright, so this Centauri empathy allows us to sort of begin to really start make sense of the Centaurian ecosystem, its ecology, and all the understand the creatures that are there, work with them. It gives us lots of advantages. It's interesting what she says here, that all the different animals and creatures and plants all seem to work together in such a way that it raises the question. It doesn't beg the question. That's what people always say. It begs the question. Is something guiding us? No, it doesn't beg the question. Question begging is fallacious argument form when you assume what you're supposedly trying to prove. But it does raise the question. Is something or someone managing the ecology of the planet the way that the razorbeak tends carefully to the fungal blooms? The razorbeak's own self-interested activity seems to be such that what it does exactly helps the funguses to get what they need. or the glomites as they gather and organize the fallen spores. The glomites are not, they don't seem, I mean, you would say the glomites don't care about the fungus spores, the funguses themselves, but what they do with the spores benefits the fungus. So is there a higher order that if we try to understand it, we could, rather than assuming that it is, the reality is only what sort of the atomically each distinct thing, could we think on a more synthetic level and see a guiding intelligence? So this allows us to build biology labs, the Empath Guild, that's a secret project. Unit advances empath song and mind worms, Centauri meditation technology, the green social engineering choice, and roads can be built on fungus. Based on the secrets of the human brain and Centauri ecology, Centauri empathy espouses a philosophy of environmental harmony, emphasizing the search for mankind's proper niche in the global ecosystem. So it's instead of trying to master it, like by means of domination, we master it by means of understanding and integrating ourselves into it. It's kind of like the Jedi with the Force in the galaxy or the universe, as opposed to the Sith. Both seek to understand the Force and the nature of all living things, but the Sith do it as a means to dominating it and asserting themselves. The Jedi do it in order to gain understanding of how to be who they are in harmony with everything else, to find themselves by finding their place in the universe. Cool. Now we can switch over to the green economy. That could be good. I like doing that, but I don't know. We're allied with Morgan, and that always causes problems with him unless we're really powerful, and then he'll just sort of, I don't like it, but you're like, yeah, but what? And he'll say nothing. Never mind. Interlude from the Book of Planet. Reporting sister. The young functionary stands stiffly at attention. Born in the early years of planetfall, she belongs to a generation which knows Earth only as a distant legend. Pardon me. Jessica, I have a special assignment for you, you say, fixing her with an intense stare. These samples must be taken to Dr. Westcott at New Rome. See to it personally. You hand her a lead-lined security case. The cryopack inside contains the stuff of nightmares. Mind worm specimens. Viable specimens, captured and preserved at the cost of untold lives. Westcott's team has studied the recent mind worm upsurge and claims that the worm boils act as a sort of regulator for planet's ecology. Human settlement is disrupting the native ecosystem, and the mind worms are swarming like a kind of ecological antibody. Westcott has also reached an even more ominous conclusion. With modern biology lab facilities, mind worms could be bred in captivity and used as horrifying weapons against other human factions. At once, Sister Jessica says, stepping backwards into the accessway, efficient, competent, and far better disciplined than the use of the 21st century Earth that you left behind. Jessica has grown up in a world fraught with the very real dangers, terrifying dangers once the exclusive province of the same manner of legends and tales to which Earth itself is now consigned. Wow, stuff's getting real. So let's see, what should we do now? I think we should probably do high energy chemistry. Alright, cool. But we need to change since this is already researched. But what shall we make? The Human Genome Project. The Empath Guild. The Planetary Transit System. Let's do the Empath Guild. Yeah.
Project initiated.
It allows us to have a contact with all the other faction leaders, and it gives us like a infiltrator spy in their faction, which is kind of cool, useful, I would say. Okay, let's build road, solar collector. Oh, jeez. Oh, good. Phew. Alright, well, let's have you go down this way.
Terraform complete.
Road.
Indigenous life.
Oh, darn it. Oh, here's the university. Let's see what he's up to. Alright, he's cooperative right now. His personality is erratic. He's interested in discovery and values knowledge. University base, and he has a lot of votes. He has a democratic polity. He has planned economy, values surviving. So, let's see. He's kind of like a democratic socialist, kind of. Let's see. Yes. Welcome to planet Sister Miriam. You bring many unique talents to our new world. Permit me to reintroduce myself. I now style myself as Zakharov, provost of the university, and on this world I have planned to pursue pure research, unfettered by outside motives and meddling. He was the science officer on the ship. Alright. He has unsurpassed might. We have formidable might. Have you heard from Morgan recently? I have not been able to locate him or his Morganic faction since Planetfall, and wanted to continue our earlier conversations. I'll give you 60 energy credits. Yep, here you are. I must caution you that I am also a jerk, just like everybody else here. And he has a Gatling speeder prototype, which is quite powerful for this point in the time. Alright? Information on industrial automation could prove quite useful to me. Will you give us nonlinear mathematics? I cannot trust you. Let me get out of my face, dude. We are peaceful researchers. Will you sign a treaty of friendship? Yes, of course. Excellent. Alright. That we demonstrates that the planet is large enough both for your life of worship and my research. Yep. Alright, go away. Alright, let's get out of his territory so he doesn't get mad.
Pod recovered.
Hydrology pod has tapped an underground river. Alright, cool. It's flat and rainy. Let's... Come on. No! Oh, darn it.
Having now established a secure perimeter, we have made ourselves relatively safe from enemy incursions. But against the seemingly random attacks by planet's native life, only our array of warning sensors can help us. For the mindworms infiltrate through every crevice and chew through anything softer than plasma steel. Lady Deirdra Sky, the early years.
Yeah, so we heard from Lady Deirdra. The mindworms, the perimeter defenses are good against the enemies, but the mindworms are just big, huge nuisance. But still, good. Let's see, what should we build now? This is Holy Cross. We could build another unit here. Let's build. Why don't we build? Let's see, what can we build? Laser infantry, recon rover. Let's actually see what we can do with rovers. Workshop. Let's put some shielding on it. A recon speeder. Oh, nice. Let's do it. Any special abilities? We'll put the empath song. It'll give it good attack versus psi units like mindworms. We'll try it. Alright. Hee. Yeah. Alright, cool. An empath. Let's try to build it. The empath recon rover. Snap. Or do you think we should build a... Oh, I don't know. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking we should build a command center first and then build these things so that they have more morale. Scout rover, you can go this way and keep scouting. Okay, you back here.
Complete.
Ah, good. Here. And here. Very good. And go over here. Okay, let's see. Have you go this way. You explore over here. The hive is Oh, darn it.
Enemy project initiated.
Virtual world.
Production complete.
House of Martyrs builds a command center. Nice. House of Martyrs is going to build what now? None of those. We could build recycling tanks, or we could... Yeah, mind worms, look, right there. Isn't it interesting? We can build them now. Isn't it interesting? It's sort of interesting. We don't need scout rovers anymore. Let's obsolete those. And we don't need synth metal hoverboat. No, we don't need gun skim ships. Let's get rid of those for now. And let's build recycling tanks. Actually, yeah. Let's plant a forest.
Terraform complete.
Let's clear the fungus. Let's build a road. Let's go right here. Oh. What did we get? Nothing? I don't know. Forest is expanding near New Rome. Yeah, if you plant forest, it'll expand. Oh, darn it, I forgot. The hive's got the leader's horde builds the merchant exchange. Human behavior is economic behavior. The particulars may vary, but competition for limited resources remains a constant. Need as well as greed have followed us to the stars, and the rewards of wealth still await those wise enough to recognize this deep thrumming of our common pulse. CEO Nampurake Morgan, the Centauri Monopoly. Alright, yep. We're still having economic behavior even if we're on another planet in another star system. Very true. So we didn't get that, darn it. They've abandoned that and they're trying to build a virtual world. Peacekeepers, right?
New orders needed.
Alright, well, let's change. Let's see. What should we build? Human Genome Project. Let's put it there. Yeah, why not?
Project initiated.
Clear the fungus. And let's... What are you doing? Ah, you could use this right here. To have a road, let's build a road. You can keep going this way. Okay, here's Lady Deirdra. Let's see what she's up to. She's still cool. Alright. Yeah, what's up? Through cooperation, we can achieve mutual satisfaction of needs. Will you transmit your files on Centauri empathy in exchange for my information on gene splicing? Think how your life of worship could be enhanced by proper use of such knowledge. That's funny that she doesn't have Centauri empathy, since that's really up her alley. But yeah, sure. Why not? That's cool.
The genetic code does not and cannot specify the nature and position of every capillary in the body or every neuron in the brain. What it can do is describe the underlying fractal pattern which creates them. Academician Prokhor Zakharov, Nonlinear Genetics.
So yeah, that's cool. So that gives us gene splicing and allows us to build research hospitals, which are really good for numerous reasons, not least of which is if there's an outbreak of like the Prometheus virus, I think it's called. We'll be okay if we have those in our towns. It allows us to research several other things and gives us the ability to, it makes us, nutrient restrictions are lifted and we can produce 3+ nutrients per square, which is really cool. And that's interesting what he said. The genetic code does not specify every detail of the body, but rather it specifies the patterns that actually go to create them. It's kind of like Hegel talking about the sort of knowledge that we can get with philosophy when it perfects itself. In a certain sense, is knowledge of everything, but not knowledge of everything in the way that, we kind of simply think of it like, every single detail where you can just foreknow everything, but rather the sort of the intelligible structure that makes everything be the way it is. Let's see. Well, okay. Widespread adoption of the philosophy of the ethical calculus removes opposition, which we don't have yet, do we? No, I don't know that we do. Removes opposition to genetic experimentation in plant and animal DNA, while advances in biogenetics provides Techniques for the incipient field of gene splicing. This technology allows researchers to insert new DNA coding into existing genetic material so that entire traits, from disease resistance to a stable personality, can be copied from one organism and transferred to any number of others. Yep, that definitely seems like something that can have very good uses or dubious uses, but under ethical guidance, I guess it could do a lot of good. You could make a lot of things that would be, you could end starvation and hunger by making drought-resistant crops. Of course, this is no GMO, no GMO, no genetically modified organisms. Well, tell that to people who can afford to eat and not die in droughts and famines. I don't know. Let's see what we can make. Laser infantry. I think we had that already. Yeah, laser infantry. We had it already. Woohoo! Okay, I know that I have been accused of spouting tree crazy prattle, but I think you'll find me. I'm a woman of reason. Let us exchange knowledge on a quid pro quo basis. All right, I will share my files on ethical calculus. You must in turn fully disclose your data on industrial economics. You have yourself a freaking deal.
Some vices miss what is right because they are deficient, others because they are excessive in feelings or in actions, while virtue finds and chooses the mean. Aristotle, Nicomachean Ethics, Data Links.
All right. So ethical calculus allows us to build the children's creche, which makes our bases more productive and efficient. We can research intellectual integrity and gene splicing, but we just got gene splicing already. And we can do the democratic, social engineering choice. But let's see. This is from Aristotle's famous work, the Nicomachean Ethics, named for his, I think, nephew Nicomachus. Anyways, some vices miss what is right because they are deficient, others because they are excessive in feeling or in actions, while virtue finds and chooses the mean. So by virtue is a perfection of action and what have you, or a perfection of intellect, depending on whether we're talking on contemplative virtues or like intellectual virtues or moral or practical virtues. So like some vices, it's like kind of Aristotle uses the example of lots of examples, but say like bravery. Bravery is the mean between cowardice on the one hand and recklessness on the other. It's not a virtue to be reckless. It's actually stupid and a moral failing. And on the same hand, you're not being smart or prudent by being a coward. You're just being a weakling and not doing what you ought to do, being scared by what shouldn't scare you. So bravery is the mean between these two. It's neither excessive nor deficient, but the mean is not like some sort of like meager, bland, fence sittings, but rather it's not like, I couldn't make up my mind to be one way or the other, but rather it's more like, Aristotle says like an archer aiming an arrow at it and trying to hit the bullseye. It's there's any number of ways to go wrong, but the better you are at getting to the middle, the mean, the more perfect you are, dead on target. So yeah, and another good example is like between the generosity. He says it's the mean between, I think, greed or stinginess or miserliness on the one hand, and profligacy, being profligate, just spending and basically just spending foolishly and recklessly on just whatever, wasting your wealth on the one hand and being a stingy miser on the other. Generosity is making rational use without being grasping. Pretty cool. Throughout the history of mankind, philosophers have grappled with the question, how shall then we live? I think that question is actually from the Bible, but I'm not sure. Ethical calculus lays down mathematical principles uncovered by social psychology to address this question, essentially providing calculations and functions to determine appropriate behavior. This is a sort of an ideal, a dream, I think a probably utopian fantasy of certain modes of philosophy, oftentimes in sort of utilitarian ethics, but the idea in certain rationalist ethics, like can we make ethics, science on the basis or model of like almost like geometry or some sort of demonstrative mathematical model, so that we can just like, oh, it necessarily behave in this situation. Necessarily, this is what we ought to do. That's definitely a dream. It might be a pipe dream. I don't know. This is probably seriously diluted, although it probably does a lot of interesting stuff along the way. We can have a democracy now. Oh, wow, we didn't have the ability to have a democracy until we got ethical calculus. Woohoo, yeah. An emergency is written at one of my bases, Sister Miriam. Lives are at stake. Sure, you've helped me out. So, or you've been helpful. Here you go. Will you swear a pact of sisterhood? That's interesting. Why not? We'll be allies with the Morganites and the Gaians. Yep. Alright, we're done. Let's see. Wait, is this it? That's all you have? Jeez Louise, you guys are weak.
Terraform complete.
No wonder they're so forthcoming.
Turn complete.
Monolith. Nice.
Production complete.
Build a network node. Right on. Let's see. What should we build now? I'm going to build recycling tanks. Uh-oh. Link it to the network node at once. Wondrous
A
discoveries.
ship at sea is
Very
its
good.
own world. To be the captain of a ship is to be the unquestioned ruler of that world and requires all of the leadership skills of a prince or minister. Colonel Corazon Santiago, Leadership and the Sea.
So this is a good one. This allows us to build naval facilities and build much better ships, cruisers, and other amphibious assault pods, and gives us more tech choices. That's really good. Oh, this is interesting. She's talking about how a captain of a ship is the unquestioned ruler of that small world and requires all the leadership skills of a prince or minister. I don't know. At least on a smaller scale, that's true. And yeah, traditionally, ship captains are kind of absolute rulers of their little world and have powers of life and death and everything. It's kind of crazy. The slow-moving foils and transports developed under Doctrine Flexibility provided an adequate early naval force. However, materials and manufacturing advances resulting from industrial automation make possible new classes of powerful ships developed as part of Doctrine Initiative, which stresses the importance of global naval superiority. Yep, we can't stay with little tiny dinky boats forever. So, laser squads. So, it's basically like laser infantry, except that it now has the amphibious ability, which means it can attack from a ship onto attack a town straight up from a ship, which is pretty cool. Cruiser transport. You look at that. Look at it holds 4 units and it can travel 5 spaces. That's pretty good. All right, a laser cruiser. It's a stronger ship. 6 spaces. 2, 2, and 6. That would be good. All right. I see those stinking mind worms over there. I don't know. I don't trust them. Stay over there. Let's build a farm.
Terraform complete.
Where should we have you go, buddy? Why don't you go down this way? Right there. And more kelp farms. Over here. Over there.
Indigenous life forms.
Yep, I knew it. They were gonna arrive. And try to wreck my stuff. Build a farm.
Terraform complete.
Alright. Let's go down here. Ah, see, the Gaians have mine worms. They can build mine worms too. They're the best with
Improvement
all that
already
sort of thing.
exists.
I'm just going to wait there until those mine worms are gone. Oh, I do wonder, do I have enough troops here? I do, but I need to improve these troops, dang it. Oh, let's go over here. What are you doing down here? Recycling tanks? You need to... Okay, as soon as they're done with these recycling tanks, we need to make some more troops. Oh, geez, look at this. Am I in their territory or outside of their territory? I don't know. I don't want to be attacking them. Drone riots? Jeez Louise, what the heck? Oh, have riders nerf stapled? That is an atrocity. Everyone gets mad at you. That's kind of like, I don't know, some sort of harsh thing. Yep, drone riots, and it hurts productivity. Let us see. Oh, we are going to turn one of these workers into a doctor, which increases psych, which will appease them for the time being. Okay. 111. 211, that's better. Or, yeah, no, that's not very good. Alright, cool.
Terraform complete.
For now. That virtual world, if it gets built, will make that better. But yeah, we need to make sure we're not rolling in air. So let's clear the fungus. Farm, yes. You go over here.
Bot recovered.
Oh my goodness, we got another one.
Turn complete.
Enhanced our unit to a hardened status. Let's see what he has to say. Let's see, I trust your bizarre religious practices are proceeding to your satisfaction. Your Bible-thumping followers have been detected operating inside university territory. This is explicitly forbidden by our Treaty of Friendship. Okay, let's withdraw. Your boundaries are of little concern to me, Zoc. No, that's not true. Only if you... No, we don't. Yeah, that's fine.
Drone riots have
I
ended.
wasn't actually sure that I was where his territory was, to be honest. Okay, they're right here. This Unity rover, I'm gonna actually... I'm gonna disband it. Yes, it'll help build the recycling tanks. Yep. Alright, let's build solar panel or solar array. Oh, there's more mind worms, jeez.
Terraform complete.
These mind worms are really annoying. Okay, how can we get this back home? Let's babysit it.
Terraform complete.
Okay. Farm. Let's build actually a solar collector. Actually, no. You farm. Oh, actually, we need to end this episode. So thank you for joining me on this episode of my Let's Play of Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. Take care, y'all.